Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Mikulowski from ForexLive.com. This is a Forex Kickstart video where I take a look at the three major currency pairs to start your trading day and week. Today's date is July 22nd, 2024. In this video, I'll take a look at the Euro versus US dollar, Euro versus US dollar, the dollar versus yen, and sterling versus US dollar from a technical perspective. So let's get started. Over the weekend, of course, President Biden withdrew from the presidential election. Somewhat as expected. The pressure was on, and but he did endorse Kamala Harris, his vice president. And now the games begin. I guess the Democratic National Convention is not going to take place until August 19th to 22nd. So there's a lot of time to get her feet wet or get her campaign going. And we'll see if who she nominates as the vice presidential candidate, how he or she fits in with the Biden-Harris ticket. Now that it's a Harris question mark ticket, will they come more to the center? Will they appease to more voters? Will they be able to get over the negatives from the Biden campaign that and the Biden presidential years that became more a problem after the debate? And so it's started new, but the next month will be interesting, at least from a political standpoint, as we head into that Democratic National Convention. With that said, let's take a look at some of the price action we're seeing in trading here today in the foreign exchange. We are seeing the euro versus US dollar chop to the upside and then downside and then upside and downside. We're a little bit higher than where we closed on Friday's trade. Technically, in the process of all the ups and downs, we did move up to test the 100-hour moving average. We call from Friday, from the end of last week. As a matter of fact, the market moved down, fell below the blue line. That's the 100-hour moving average, but also fell below the green line. That's this 200-hour moving average. And but we did find support buyers near. I'm going to go to the 4-hour chart near this swing area through here, which goes back in time between 1.0875 and 1.0887. Found support buyers against that level and closed a little within that yellow area, that swing area. In trading today, we did move a little bit higher, and I'll go back to the hourly chart. But again, fell short of the 100-hour moving average up here at 1.09044. If the price is going to go higher, we need to get above both the 200 and the 100. And as you can see, we're back below the 200-hour moving average. That's this level right here at 1.08876. We're also back within this yellow area right here. Watch the 1.0875 on the downside break below that level, and we could see further selling pressure down toward this area right through here. And these highs or these lows through here after the move to the upside in trading, not last week, but the week before. We found support near the 1.08617 level. Again, going back to the 4-hour chart to see the importance of this area down through here. It goes back to these different swing highs and swing lows through here. Before the market fell to the downside, we came right back up to retest that area right through here and found early sellers against that level before moving higher. So this area is the level of the target level on the downside on a break of this swing area right through here. Again, this swing area goes back to this period. So that's the look at the euro versus US dollar, but up and down, non-trending price action trading here today. Let's take a look at the dollar versus yen next. I'm going to take a look at the 1-hour chart in this currency pair. And we did see a rotation to the upside with the overall dollar buying that we saw toward the end of last week. But Friday's trade was up and down in non-trending, up and above and below the 100-hour moving average. That's the blue line in this chart. The market was saying it doesn't really know which way it wants to go. We also found resistant sellers against 38.2% retracement. In my commentary on Friday, I talked about getting above that level. We need to get above that level to increase the bullish buys. We couldn't do it, and we wandered into the close and trading here today. Initial move was to the downside, then back up above and below the 100-hour moving average, continuing the trend from Friday until we started to rotate to the downside in the early European, late Asian session and moved lower into the into more of the European session before rebounding back to the upside. The 100-hour moving average will be our resistance target on the top side. We'll see if the run away from it and now moving back toward it finds willing sellers against that level to keep the pressure on to the downside. We did break below this area right through here, which had a number of different swing lows and swing highs, and it goes back further. But it was a very narrow swing level right through here, which we traded above and below in trading last week. But we did try to use that level as a resistance in these levels right here before breaking to the upside and moving higher. So the move below that level should have sent the price lower, but it couldn't go any further, and we started to move back higher and then reestablish the level here. So getting below the 156.57 is going to be a level that we're going to be watching for on the downside. So the 100-hour moving average on the top side at 157.22, the 156.57 on the downside will be the ups and down or the higher and lower bookends have for support and resistance in the dollar versus yen. Break either one of those levels and look for momentum in the direction of the break. Finally, let's take a look at the sterling versus US dollar. And again, we'll look at the hourly chart here. In trading at the end of last week, the dollar got stronger with the sterling moving down. We traded below the 200-hour moving average and tried to stay below that level on Friday. You can see the rebound to the upside, found willing sellers right here and forced the market down. In trading here today, off the initial move to the upside after the weekend news, the price did get back above the 200-hour moving average, but then rotated back to the downside. And the last time the price moved up to this level in early North American session, late London morning session, we did find willing sellers against that 200-hour moving average at 129.40. So that is keeps it biased to the downside for this currency pair. We do have higher lows through trading here today, which if we broke below that little trend line right here and started to take out the low price that we saw on Friday, we should see further downside momentum toward the 38.2 of the last move to the upside. That's this move from the June 27, this type low down to the 38.2 comes in at 128.78. As most people know, and when we do have a trend-like move, and this is a trend-like move, I like to see the price, the corrective price, if the sellers are going to take more control to get below the 38.2% retracement. It can't do that, then it's not showing that the sellers are meaning business. And it's just a plain vanilla correction in what is a trend-like move, so we expect further to move to the upside. We will know that if the price is able to get and stay above the 200 and then 100-hour moving average. If we can do that, then the bias turns more into the favor of the buyers. So there you have it, a look at the three of the major currency pairs to kickstart your trading day. My name is Greg Michalowski. Good fortune to trading. Bye-bye now.